JB Media is back with more content to share, with free drops that include thumbnails and logos of character classes, schools of magic, guild icons, background textures, the most adorable potion mimic you've ever laid eyes on, and so much more. As a patron, you get even more free content with access to exclusive drops. But fear not, if you're not a Patreon subscriber, there are still bundles available for purchase to glam up your virtual tabletop. Tons of creepy crawly monsters, spooky shadow creatures, dragons, oozes, tiles to customize your dungeon. What more could you ask for? One of the benefits of supporting an independent artist is that you can always submit a request to have custom assets or monsters drawn for you. Check out JB Media today on Patreon or on Instagram at jbmedia.dnd. Don't forget to like and follow them for more fantasy drops.
This is a Wicked Cool Kids production. I feel like we should start playing the theme tune when we're recording. So, Lee, how come you made me kill people? It's not very nice. Why do you keep making us kill each other?
Well, wait a minute. Are you starting?
Yeah, I'm holding an intervention for Lee because he keeps making people kill each other. So, we'll do introductions in a minute, but first things first. Lee, you need to stop. We're all friends here.
Lee, you have a problem. We're just here to help.
I didn't do anything. I present situations and it's up to you.
I, on the other hand,
No,
support your choice in having people kill each other.
Not only did you support it, you encouraged it, from what I understand.
I may have had a little bit of a meltdown before it, and then Jason swayed me, but no, yeah.
Didn't sway you, mate. I just let you.
You. Okay, as somebody who was also there in the room where it happened, you absolutely were the devil on his shoulder.
Well, where was the angel? Fucking long gone.
I was trying, and I literally started to speak, and you're like, no. Jason said it's fine. So that's how that happened.
So the three
that's
of you.
how that happened.
Okay, so it was known from the good.
I tried to say, like, maybe there's another, and he was like, nope. Jason said it'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's how that worked. So, you know what? I love that we're starting with an intervention with absolutely zero context.
I know,
Me
right?
being a murderer.
Welcome.
You? Well, hi. Welcome to the Wicked Cool Kids podcast show.
Yep. It's Joe, it's Kristen, it's Lee, it's Jason.
And
For the context that Kristen very rightly points out, we need. Lee runs a campaign. We have talked about it many times. I was asked if I would take part in said campaign, even if just for a few sessions, and I thought that sounds like a great, fun activity. I would love to. I joined. I was taken into a temple of sorts where there were trials to perform, and at the end of the session, each of us ended up going into mini sessions separately from each other to take part in our trials. Jason had his trial and
Smashed it.
Smashed it.
Easy.
I won't go that far, but yeah.
Only noobs would die in a trial. Come on.
stop.
Badger Moose went through his trial and smashed it. Like, legit. Did really well. I went through my trial with fellow adventurer Kai, who may or may not have made it out. And I now have to go back to the party and be like...
It's okay. This won't be released until after everybody
What do you
knows
mean?
that
Oh,
you
it's going to
killed
take
her.
ages to be released. Yeah, it's fine.
They're dead. They're dead.
Right.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if I
How did
didn't
they
die
die,
in the
Joe?
trial... How did
Kai die?
That's,
I
yeah.
don't remember.
It's
It's
a
so
deadly
long
stab
ago.
to the head.
So long
I
ago.
was a fly on the wall, and
I think
little
a rock fell on my head, so I don't...
Scottish moose.
in game and in real life.
Scottish moose.
Moose killed
Scottish
her.
moose.
Who's Scottish moosey?
Killed her.
Killed him.
Killed her dead.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. He didn't kill her. No, that's not what
You
happened.
put her down. She wasn't. I mean, killing is defined for like human.
She is a
it's
Shetland
there's a
pony
mouse killing the
centaur. She
pony,
was
so-
lame. I just had to put her,
Racing
like,
days
she
were
wasn't
over.
gonna
I think
live.
she broke a leg. It was the most humane thing to do.
It was challenging. So there are these trials that have been put together in this temple sanctum of sorts, right? And several different gods. How many different gods was it?
12 have
12
locked
different-
pieces.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
pieces of their energy in these different trials that are crafted into weapons that can help in times of need. But they're obviously so powerful that you have to be pretty good to be able to do them.
Yep.
Nobody's succeeded so far. And how many times did I reiterate that these, once you enter a challenge,
Yes.
you will
Yes.
either come out alive or you'll be dead.
Yes.
And
I
we-
remember you saying
Which is why Joe said that all of the characters had mini sessions. My character is still sitting up top with her thumb up her butt, going like, I want to go in all of them. I was gonna go in this one, and one of my teammates was like, I want to go with you, but I can't go in that one because I might blow everybody up. So she's kind of stuck up top, waiting because she said, I will wait and see if I feel like somebody needs help, and then I will go down there. But the trial that Joe and Kai went in was designed to only ever allow one person out. So Joe got down there, and there were groups of other adventurers just stuck down there, along with, what was it, a hill troll?
Hill
Giant.
giant.
Hill giant.
Yeah, they kept
Was down
respawning
there.
daily for them to fight.
Yep. And what they had to do was like fucking Hunger Games style. There was only going to be one. Joe's like, now the fact that she sent me, may the odds ever be in your favor. But it was like,
it was
so if
good.
the whole party went down
Yeah.
there,
They'd only be one
only
of you
one
coming
of
up.
us would have come out, unless I thought for a second when Joe, you and Kai had an
good
idea that
plan.
like, oh, hey, you could knock me out and maybe I won't be all the way dead, but I'll be at 0 hit points. And so maybe then. And then he's like, but I'm just a wee little mouse. Maybe I could be in your pocket and nobody will ever notice. And I was like, oh, maybe they'll convince Lee to let them both out. But, you know, you guys
Credit where
did not.
credit is due. The only idea I had was, I'll go in your pocket. Every other idea was Abby's,
Yeah,
not mine.
hers.
Which
But I'm saying you
includes
guys.
includes the ultimate outcome. That was not
And
my
pretend-
idea. I didn't want it.
pretending to be like one of you to be dead. That was a good
Yep.
one.
Pretend to be dead.
Pretending to be dead.
Roll
Oh
a
no!
performance
I've got a
check.
sword in my heart and I cannot get up.
Let's just trick this godlike power trial
Yep.
and just play dead. Just dead mouse on the ground.
I saw the look on Lee's face. He considered it.
I did consider it, and then you rolled so poorly, and I was like, "There is no way I can even talk that one out. It's not going to be convincing to anybody."
Nope.
But yeah, well, that happened. But you said, Joe, interestingly, that you said it would have been better if everybody was down there. It would have been far less
I don't
painful.
know. No, you're right.
Joe
I did
wanted to
actually.
throw
I genuinely
everyone
did say
loose.
that. I
Yeah.
did say that. So I made the
So
point.
you want to
I'm-
murder the rest of the party when you get
No,
back
I'm,
up.
I'm, I
Nah.
like my gut reaction
Yeah,
now is,
that's
how
the
dare you
point.
say this lie about me, Lee? But no, he's right. I did. So what I said was, with it being 1-on-1, like literally two of us, it was like we were sitting down, just the two of us being like, well, I want to kill you. Well, I don't want to kill you. Well, one of us is gonna have to kill each other, or neither of it. Like it was a very binary. And if it had been the opposite, if one of us had been like, well, I'm just going to kill you, then that person comes off, or at least the character comes off as a horrible character, right? Like, and whether just from the action, not that anyone would hold it against them, but just in general, it would have come off bad, looking bad. If everyone had gone down, all the party had gone down, and ended up with that same decision, it becomes much more a collective. Like, okay, well, either we can choose one person to get out, or we can all choose to stay down here forever and reset together, or we can just have a fight. Like, even if one person was like, do you know what, I'm just going to try and fight, and then everyone goes against that. There's
Process of
especially,
elimination there.
yeah, especially given that at the end of the trial, Mac, my little mouse, still had almost full health. Like, I think because I'd used second wind, I had like 2 hit points missing, whereas Kai was on 2 hits. They were on small enough hit points that when I went to knock them out, I missed, but because I had cleave.
Graze?
Cleave? No, graze. Because I had graze, it still did enough damage to knock them out. Like, that is how legitimately low they were. So, even if we'd gone like, okay, well, let's fight it out, it would have been pretty one-sided. So, at least if there was the whole party, yeah, it would have sucked from a like character creation point of view. But from a mental anguish point of view, it would have been much, much easier, I think.
Yeah,
There's
because Airlift would have just won anyway. Wouldn't he? 20 success points, never been hit. So
You walked out of your trial with like 2 HP, mister.
I was calculated, mate. I couldn't
Yeah.
let my brother get hit. I was up
Shout
that
out to Alistair for spoiling that for me, by the way, because as far as I knew, until yesterday when Alistair left it, you were there. Like Kristen kept saying to me, "Oh, it's okay because Jason can just read your mind when you come up and say that she made you do it." And I was like, "Oh, but he's dead. That's my one hope." But no, turns out you're not.
I
And
can't
Alistair
wait.
spoiled it and then got really upset with himself.
That's fine.
I'm gonna pop up to
Jason.
him later and be like, "How could you, Alistair?"
how do you think Erlath would have handled that, Jason? Being down there and having to
Being down there, he's an elderly wizard. He's a doctor. Given his training and he's lived his life, he's got kids. He's recently divorced anyway, so he knows that his partner is moving on. Person he loves, he would have sacrificed himself. He would have been like, "I'm the oldest here. That's one less person you have to decide who gets out of here. Take me. Just do it fast."
Elira, on the other hand, I think you'd have been, let's have some tea, and then poisoned everybody and killed them all, and then walk out.
Yeah, I think
But-
you might be right. I think she absolutely would have decided because she's got shit to do. Like it hasn't come out exactly what she has to do, but she's got shit to do, and she's got this
Boyfriend.
big goal in the mind, right? Like the defeating the consumer, which is like if the consumer is allowed to take over, nobody exists anymore. But that being said, she still has her own goal that she needs to accomplish. And so somebody would have to make a compelling argument that they needed to live more than she needed to live. And she probably would have been like, "But you're not smart enough to go and figure the rest of this." I love her, but yeah, anyway,
I
moving
mean,
on.
Another point for Airlift is that what it would be if the world is coming to an end. Who's the best chance of somebody escaping here to save the people I love on the outside?
Clearly, it's Elira.
Is it?
It is.
I think the way Mach performed in there, I think I probably would have been.
You wouldn't have known. You wouldn't
I'd
have
love to
known.
see Mach solo fight the consumer.
Yep. I mean, that-
Oh yeah, I
That
know
could
that you're all
happen.
powerful and you're eating all the rest of the
little-
gods,
little
but have you
mouse.
met my pocket mouse?
yeah, pocket mouse and just throw it.
Just tiny mouths just facing off into the abyss.
Oh,
I gotta
I
draw that
loved
at some
that.
point. I gotta do
He's
some
like, I
splash art
have
for that.
this rapier and this rapier together. They make a great rapier.
Why is Mac
It was
French
really
all of a sudden?
cute.
No,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's
It
got
was
French-
because you
French
can't
Mac.
What
say
character?
you can't call that weapon
What, a
any
rapier?
other
A
Nope.
rapier.
No, it has.
What's a rapier than a rapier? That's what I
Not
want to
even
know.
a rapier. It's a toothpick, innit, really?
Teeny tiny.
It's cute.
I love the fact that he's been in with the adventurers for one session and has ridden in a pocket and been carried by an owl and been ridden on the back of a horse and been down been down between the boobs. Like he's in one session he's had lots of little adventures. He could just stop now and be happy.
He's a small mouse in the big world, isn't
It really is.
Well, we find out on Wednesday anyway what you guys are going to do next, because there's still a few more left to do if you want to go down or not, and
I'm not.
or you
maybe,
could just call it
maybe
quits
Max,
and go out now. Like,
maybe Max got the taste for blood now and is just going to one by one take you all out without any of you knowing. Maybe I can secretly
I know a guy who'd be on board for giving you a little power buff to.
Yeah. Does he live
He's
in the
got
sky? Does he live in
He
my
does.
head? Yeah.
He lives in the sky, doesn't he?
I might have to have a chat with him at some point. Maybe he can talk. Maybe he can talk to me in my dreams. I don't know.
Yeah.
Max dreams.
Lee
Max dreams. I don't want
ever
this. Joe doesn't want
trying
any
to
of this.
recruit more warlocks. It's fine. No. So, question, because Mac was made with 2024 rules, yeah.
Correct.
In
In fact, Mac was made with technically homebrew species and 2024 rules, which was really interesting to put together.
Which, ironically, I got a book yesterday with a mouse folk in it.
Oh, does that book have the
Or a
mouse book
rodent.
in it?
It's got a rodent in it, like rodent beings. Which
Well, the other
you
one,
might wanna
that
have a
was
look at,
cute.
Joseph.
The other one did have mouse folk in it too. It just isn't accessible on D&D Beyond. But yeah, so how did you, this is now several times in, I'll call it a one shot, even though it's part of a campaign, but it was kind of like a one shot for you, right? This is several times now that you've used the 2024 rules. Lee, is Sam using 2024 rules?
No, because I'm playing Ilrigger.
Ilrigger is
Ilrigger.
external content. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then Erlath, though, is using 2020, because you said
He
that
is,
you
yeah.
were taking
Airlaf is 2024.
study actions and magic actions and stuff. So the two of you that have now played several times with the 2024 rule set, even though the entirety of the group is not composed of 2024 rule characters, how are you finding it? Or not as much of a difference maybe yet. But I know that there are different actions, like, for example, Jason, you were like, oh, I can use my action to study, right? There are other
Yes.
mechanics in there now.
That was on the subclass of wizard that Airlaf is, though. I don't know if that was. I just hadn't noticed that in the prior rules.
No, I think that it is. You can have actions to study. You can, because there was.
It's because of because you can use an action to study, but my subclass allows me to use a bonus action to study.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about it being a whole. That was not a mechanic in the 2014 rules, though, right? Like, you could say that all you want, but it was not an actual mechanic. Anyway, yeah. Thoughts, opinions.
I'll say that I think sort of similar to what Jason just accidentally alluded to. It's kind of it's a good sign that it's kind of difficult to tell what is new rules and what isn't, especially because although one of my very first and favorite characters, Odo, was also a fighter, Mac is a fighter now with a close-ish level to what Odo ended up as, and I can't tell which parts of the rules are because I'm a different type of fighter, a different subclass, and which are new rule mechanics. The one thing that I have really enjoyed has been the changes to the mechanics of weapons, especially with mastery of weapons. I think we talked previously about, well, maybe that it has the danger of being very overpowered. But having actually used it, and even with, like, Graze has come into play for me at least a couple of times, and I think we said at the time, when all you do is run in and bash, and you roll badly and miss all three of those, you feel completely useless, and that has gone. Like, I hit, and I'm like, cool, I still hit, and that means I can play into things that there are other mechanics that you can say, oh, well, when you do damage to another creature, then you can, and I can play off that. So I can still feel utilitarian. I can still feel like I'm actually helping in some way. So I actually have ended up quite liking the mastery. It also separates, say a fighter from another
martial class.
Yeah, exactly, from another martial class. Like, it helps to bring some division and make them an actually useful class of their own right, rather than having to rely on a subclass to give you fun features, which is great. I think it feels like it will be really good for newer players. And actually, in my in-person campaign, I've got a druid, a barbarian, and and a fighter, all using the new rules, and all of them seem to be finding it easy to navigate, but also are definitely making use of the new rules. My fighter is using the martial benefits of, so the mastery benefits of weapons, for example. He remembers to do them. So I think I'm quietly optimistic at this point. I wasn't about the new rules, but they seem okay.
Sure.
I found that they're a lot better worded. You can understand them easier as well. And I feel like that helps from player and DM perspective. A lot of the stuff that has been changed, that generally in the community people are a little bit skeptical of, I think as a DM and noticing some of those changes, it's definitely made the game flow a little better as well.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like the concentration on certain spells has been changed, and wording and area effect has been changed. It's now so much more streamlined to go to the way it's written down, to read it off and then come to a conclusion on what it actually means. Whereas previously there's a little bit of a, is it this way or is it actually this way? Yeah, there's different perspectives. You can take the same wording from the previous rulebook, but now they've kind of solidified that. Not totally. There's still some spells that are out there, but definitely heading in that direction where they are being a little bit more solid in the wording towards what they actually intend the spell to do.
Yeah. Is your in-person campaign, are they all 2024 rules?
No, they are a mix.
They're a mix.
Yes.
They're a mix. I feel like that's what we're doing right now, right? With your online campaign that we are all in, is we've got a mix too. And so it's hard for me to kind of render judgment, because there are still things where I go like, oh, I like the way that the old feat is worded better than the new feat. Which one do I pick? At this point, I can just pick the one that works better for my character, and we go from there. But do you think that for the next installment, you will say, hey, 2024 rules?
I think in terms of conditions and spells, yes, but there's certain races and classes that aren't available in the
Sure.
It's not available
2024
yet
rules.
until they bring another book out, which we can buy. And it'll supplement it, because that's
At
That's
the low,
what they
low
do,
price
that's
of
the s-
$59.99.
yeah, it's literally a scumbag move that they've done that, but that's what is going to happen
It is.
because they just want to keep steady revenue in.
Right. But like things being backward compatible that are not currently in the most current rule set, fine. But I'm talking about like I think observant, right, is a feat that was changed, and alert is a feat that has changed. So those things that you have two options for, everything's pushed to 2024 rule set.
Yeah, and that's got two options for will be the latest.
So I'm
rules
gonna have to
ruling.
do some reading.
You love reading.
We did get
That's like one of your
we
favorite
have the
things to do.
hardcover book. I'm gonna have to. I mean, I know. I'm gonna go have to take a bath and grab the book and just thumb my way through it.
I think it'd probably be better for everybody moving forward to the new rule set. Obviously, that's going to be a chat with the players when I move to the next chapter as well, and see what they think. But I don't see any downside to doing it. From what I've read in the books and stuff, I can't really fault it for any, apart from them charging an obscene price for them. But you know, I can't really fault it. It seems all good.
There are still some things that I don't love. Certain changes that they
What don't
they
you love?
made.
Tell us.
I don't love what they did. I mean, we had kind of talked about it in terms of, oh, hey, I'm a cleric, but I don't actually have a subclass, which means that I don't really know what I'm doing for the first couple levels. Same thing with like warlock and stuff like that.
Well,
I don't.
everything.
Right,
Is at
and
3, isn't it?
I get why they did it, but I also still don't think it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you can
I
say,
get that.
hey, you have these things. Like you started off as a holy person coming to the table, or as a fucking demon worshiper coming to the table. Whatever it is, not saying that clerics are better than warlocks, but we all know that they are. Regardless, We've talked about before how you've lived a life up until this point of starting your adventuring. Like, you're not coming to the table not knowing how to swing a sword if you're coming as a fight. So to say, no, 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 we've got to scale it back and you don't actually know what you're doing yet doesn't really make sense to me. There were a couple things like,
Like, you could still be a cleric of the god without accessing those capabilities. Like, just because you don't get your subclass, the DM can still go,
yes,
you're still a follower of this god who's providing you some powers, but until you reach a certain level, you don't get any
sure.
access to the
Yeah, you get like
knowledge
an
of the god.
initiation to having like be accepted into their sort of thing.
Yeah, but again, you're already set apart because you're going and choosing the adventuring life. Like, you've already had some sort of training up until then, and
Yeah,
to make it sound like you're starting off as a complete fledgling and not just a fledgling adventurer, which already I feel like elevates you. I don't know. Like, I don't have so much of a
So-
problem with it that I'm like, I cannot be bothered with this new rule set. I'm not going to deal with it.
yeah.
I think that probably the benefits of what have been changed, right, and clarified and whatnot outweigh the things that I have to like be grumpy about.
You see, I
But
don't
I'm
mind
still
that.
gonna be grumpy about
I
it.
was talking with Alistair about this because he mentioned it. We were talking about it the other day, and I said you got to think of it as like think of it as your character was a commoner, and then they've stepped into like what they want to do for their adventure in life. So
Mhm.
that when they go, oh, I want to be, let's say, cleric. So you start cleric school at level 1, and then you work up until you finish cleric school, and then you get your job at level 3, whatever you like, your speciality or your profession,
But
whatever. Your
I'm
main,
not
you know what
in
I mean?
school for levels 1 through 3. All right, it's just like
But it's not. It's not as in you go in and you learn in a church. This is like field work, so you have to go out and you're learning as you go about,
It's a
spreading the
missionary.
word. Yeah, spreading the word of your God, who's
I
your
have
Lord
these
and Savior.
pamphlets for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
also like
literally
it
could be that.
could be the first 3 levels, or you just getting used to the spells as well. Like you've done all the training at this point, and now it's like refining the knowledge that you've gained prior to starting the adventure.
And then do you want
Yeah.
to know a really simple fix for it? Just start adventures at level 3.
You could do that too.
So you don't.
Yeah, I
Because
think it
I
is
don't know
designed
many
kind
that.
of for newer players, though, isn't it? It's like they don't know, never played the game before. Let's not overwhelm them with all these different deities and options and stuff. Wait till level 3, start 'em at level 1. You do your basic
Okay, but
stuff.
we know that the way that I operate is that's not going to stop me from thinking it through.
No.
Like, that's not going to take options off the table for me, because at the point that I'm picking, I'm already going like, okay, well, what god am I going to follow? Who am I going to be? Like, what shoes am I going to be wearing at level 20? I'm already
Ooh.
thinking about all of that.
Yeah, but I've got a. If these rules were a thing when you started with Cora, she would not have been the same domain that she was, would she? She'd have definitely changed because you started.
She didn't feel compelled to change until later on in her story, and then that was a DM going like, you can't ever switch subclass. You can't ever decide to change what you want to do within the same like work field. If you want a multi-class, you have to go completely outside. And oh, by the way, Tasha's cauldron of everything is completely overpowered, and you can't touch anything from it. So
Yeah, 100%.
that was
But yeah, yeah, but
mm.
you would have done, wouldn't you? So you reckon if you'd had more time to play and get a feel for Cora from 1 to 3, would they have switched subclasses then?
With one, you know
Well,
what?
not
I
even
don't know
switched. It would have changed.
because I didn't start Cora at level 1 either. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know, because she joined an already established party. She didn't start from the beginning. I can't even remember what level she started at.
5,
But yeah,
probably.
I don't know. I mean, and that's fair, but I do also think, like, you think about Slate Flock's character, right? We're level what? We just moved from 7 to 8, and he decided that nope, something big transition wise changed, and I don't feel like I am this subclass anymore. And he moved to a different subclass. That isn't going to be mitigated by choosing your subclass at level 3.
No, I guess not.
No,
Maybe.
that's a DM discussion, isn't it, at that point?
Yeah.
Right.
I had a realization during this conversation, but also sort of the other day, that I've only ever really created one character from the ground up and played them from the very
Level one.
beginning.
And I fucking killed him, didn't I?
Yeah, that's exactly right. 'Cause every other game I've joined halfway through. Like I've been invited to campaigns partway through many times, and the only one that I've started from scratch is the one that I continued into the second arc of Jason's campaign. And what level was Elo before you murdered them viciously?
Level
Not that
3?
high.
You saw you guys at?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was level 3.
Was it 3?
I think we started it
Was it 5?
above 1, right? We started at 3 and I got to
It
5 or
definitely
something
wasn't
like that.
1. Yeah, for sure. It could have been 3, it could have been 5. It's been
I
that.
can
as
probably
long
look.
as
I don't think
know.
I've touched Elo.
It doesn't even matter to
since-
Jason. You're just a
No.
fly on
you know what?
the fly
The
I was
dad-
literally a
or
fly.
the butter knife, whatever you use.
Oh,
to kill.
Elo reached level 7 that session.
Skill
All
issue.
that
We
work you
leveled
did
up
leveling
to
them up?
7 and then Elo died.
Yeah. Skill issue.
Yeah.
Bastard. He didn't look at the smirk on his face. He doesn't even feel bad about it.
Of course he doesn't.
No,
He
should
didn't do it. The dice.
No,
he
should
didn't
he?
do it.
It's-
My actions and the dice did it. The
Yeah.
fact that he,
I
Well,
don't purposely go to kill you guys.
I don't
It's
believe
good.
you.
the things you
I
put
don't
us up
believe
against, maybe.
Character development.
You know what? I follow this creep on social media called JB Media, and he's like, another creature for me to kill my players with, and you don't set out
that's
to
just
kill
that's
it.
just
Yes,
rage
you do.
bait.
Mm-hmm.
Click
You're
button.
like, but did
Clearly
you
it's working.
die? I'm gonna have to make next encounter harder.
I'm absolutely astonished that Brett is still alive at this point because he is much more of an ass. How are we all level 8 still in that campaign?
I don't know. Sure.
We are. So we've only leveled since Elo died. We've
Okay.
been through 1 level, guys. Feel like he's trying to kill us.
He is.
No, Jason would never do that to us.
I
Yeah,
mean,
neither would Lee. It's okay.
I've never,
I'll just,
I've
you
never
know.
TPK'd you guys, so clearly I'm doing something with the balance. of it. If it's
Fair.
difficult enough to get a couple of you, then that's what I'm. That's my extent of how much I want it to hurt. But I don't want to fully TPK the team. That'd be me.
No, I want some of you alive to cry about it for the rest of the campaign.
Mm.
Well, it needs. If we just breeze through every encounter, I think we spoke
Boring,
about this,
innit?
didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, what's the point?
Yeah.
You want a
I'm
bit of
just saying,
challenge,
some
and
of
then
you
the
are meaner
reward
than
afterwards.
others.
Oh,
If you want just full on hero campaign, that's not my campaign. You want to be
No,
in.
it's not.
Okay.
And I was genuinely like when the session that Elo died in, I was confident it was going to happen the moment I moved into combat. Like I flew towards the thing and tried to hit it, and then had the whoops moment and realized that I probably couldn't get away at that point. So just go balls deep and go for it. So I knew exactly what I was doing. Like I knew what was going to happen. I could have maybe disengaged and tried to run away, but then I had already got that. Like I was just,
Then I was already inside
I was
of the
I was in
mouth
it
of
at
the
that
creature.
point. I just let's just get on with it. So
Joe, cover your ears. I have something to say. I don't want you to hear
okay.
it. Okay. Jason, I'm really upset that like broom was taken away from us. Elo is sad. We still have Joe, but like our semi-sentient flying broom, you just took them away. Like there's a story there, and you took
He's
broom
not
away.
even a broom anymore.
Yeah,
He's a
we
I
pitchfork.
was
know-
going to say we've got
we know
fruit.
where they are.
Splinters. No, I don't want to hear about the fucking pitch. You know what? We just have to move on.
Don't
I'm
be
gonna
tight.
drink-
Why do you hate my character so much? Like,
I
Crimbo
don't
was
hate your
a great
character.
guy.
Can't.
What
If-
else would he turn him into?
If you had like spirit guardians or spiritual weapon, I have that picture of me holding a pitchfork, and I was gonna crop it out and send it to you as your.
It's his
Anyway.
wife that he has to go back home
Yep.
to.
Yeah.
My boy.
Oh, look
Boy.
at that's Meemaw.
I do like how
Oh.
like we'll come up with stuff like that and do one shots or stuff, and stuff from each of the campaigns or games and stuff gets referenced and or dropped in. I really like how that it just all sort of connects.
Yeah,
Makes
thinking
my
about
brain
it
happy.
Now,
It makes my
because Broom would only be part of a lineage of the ancient Great Witch, which Chet's character May, the fly witch girl that Chet played.
Oh, yeah.
it only is part of her bloodline. So technically, if Lee's character has broom now, but in pitchfork form, then he is technically a descendant of Jet's character as well.
I hate it.
Somewhere along the way.
Name. Molly. Molly.
Molly,
Molly.
that was it,
Holly.
yeah.
Holly
Molly,
Molly.
Like
Holly Molly.
Molly.
One of them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but
Yeah,
I like
she was
throwing that
based
kind of
off
stuff.
of Kiki's
in-
delivery service.
Yes,
Yep.
it was, yeah. She's pretty cool.
So Lee, you brought up like the fact that all these things interweave and one shots, and that got me thinking about one shots. I was saying to you guys earlier that I need to come up with a one shot that I'm going to run for some in person players, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm very happy to do it, but I get decision fatigue. But on my notifications on D&D Beyond was one of the things that they did, because it's the anniversary of D&D, they released a bunch of free material in items and characters and stuff, like little packs. And they also
Just
released
now?
a couple of no over the course of this
Okay.
year, but with the release of the 2024 rules and the 50th anniversary and all the rest of it, there were packs that were released over time. And one of those packs more recently was an adventure called Hold Back the Dead. Have any of you seen it?
No, I'm not.
So it was a free drop. I don't know if you had to grab it within a particular time frame or what, but it looks relatively compelling. And I'm disappointed that none of you have seen it, because I was going to ask, first of all, actually, you can still answer this. What's your experiences with running Wizards of the Coast's source material one-shots or adventures? Because I've run campaigns, but I've never tried to run one of their shorter adventures.
Kristen's probably the most experienced with the short adventures, with the Radiant Citadel stuff.
Mm.
Yeah,
I've only done campaigns from Wizards, never one-shots.
I think they're sorry, Kristen. I was just gonna say, because I only got a short answer. So, for me, I find them a really good base. Like if you don't want to think about anything, it's there. It's there. Like you just drop it in, skim read it all. That's the beginning. That's the end. Oh, cool! I've got the maps on. I can make shit up as I go along if needs be as well. So they're okay. But yeah, I don't see a problem with using them.
I think that's the truth with all one shots, though, right? You can do that with
The
anything, not
drop-in
in a
kind of
particular
Style,
Wizards of the
yeah.
Coast.
I agree.
I will say that I had some wonderful human being get me the Radiant Citadel so I could run some stuff, because not a wonderful human being, and I have run a
Lies.
couple of things from it. And it was so that in particular, because it's its own world, right? Like it's within it, but there are a lot of mechanics. It's a whole place and a city with politics and systems in place, different ways that like the topography works. And I found myself going, okay, well, this is chapter 1. We start from there, and then getting overwhelmed. Like, I don't need to know any of that stuff for the individual one shot that I'm running. And I made the mistake of starting at point A, getting overwhelmed, and then taking so long to actually get to the adventure, because I thought I had to understand every single other thing about the setting, and I didn't, at least not for that particular one. But that is also a compilation of one shots. So I feel like that might be different than just a one standalone. Here, I've got a little, leaflet with 7 pages in it, and this is your one shot. I've done a bunch of Kobold Press one shots, and they seem to work out pretty well too. So I would think that, yeah, whatever. Does it come with a map?
Yes, it does. It comes with so it's a wave based. Actually, Jason, you've run sort of inter-campaign one-shots just like it. It's a wave based tower defense, essentially.
I've done similar ones to that.
And
I've
it's
done portal things for the Great War when you guys are shutting the portals down. That was a wave-based one. There's just a constant flow of enemy troops.
Yeah, and it's it's written with 2 waves and then like a big bad. In fact, 2 waves and then a little sabotage thing that the adventurers can try and prevent happening or make happen, and then a big bad at the end, but has a little appendix for like, oh, obviously you could include more waves. You could run this higher level with more waves, or you could increase what comes or what have you. It also states that there's a good chance that characters will die. It comes with pre-made characters. They're very 1980s. Bobby the Barbarian, Diana the Monk, Eric the Fighter. They look so Presto the Wizard honestly looks like Robin Hood, but his hat is taller. If that, so yeah, Sheila the Rogue. So and with full character sheets and choices made. So it like in terms of get a group of people who've never played before playing. It looks really well put together, and I'm sort of considering doing it with my party specifically because I've been running a campaign in person with some friends. They have some other friends who are interested, and I've run 2 one-shots so far for them. One of those one-shots was very RP heavy, and the other was very sort of investigatory. Like there was more combat, but there was lots of investigation, and I kind of want to give them an experience of just having a go at their characters fighting. Like for at least one of them, having more RP stuff was probably more interesting to them, and the combat is not necessarily what the player themselves won't be into, but their character will struggle in combat. But apart from that one, all of the others I think will probably very much enjoy, and actually the other one might enjoy because they'll still be able to be a support, and there'll be safe places they can be. And actually, that might get them used to thinking, okay, how do I behave in combat when I am not a combatant?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keen to try it, but I also they're a new group, and I don't want to give them a terrible experience with something I'm not familiar with. So
yeah, but I mean, you've got enough experience now to change it though as well. Do you know what I mean? Like you have run like a whole campaign for yourself and a bunch of other ones, so it's that you. As a DM, you're probably experienced enough to go, well, I can just change this bit if it's too difficult on the fly.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
We believe in you, Joe.
It's cool, actually. It's a nice introduction. It's got background into like, it gives background into Dragonlance and Eberron, and it gives. It's got some factions as well. Neverwinter and Silvery Moon and Baldur's Gate and Mithril Hall and Waterdeep are all given some kind of very short, succinct, like, this is Waterdeep, City of Splendors, is a wealthy metropolis where merchants for the prestige of with trade in marvels of all sorts. Waterdeep's defense zone is the northeastern section of the fortress where the wealthy merchants contributed to an expansive magical storm cannon. It's enough to give you an idea that Waterdeep is a place of trade and is wealthy and provides, like, that's quite a cool, because there's so much material to read through.
Yeah, I found the same when I was running Beyond the Witchlight. I read like all of it, and I hate reading. It's the worst thing for me. And I tried to find audiobooks, and they just weren't great. So I actually had to sit down and read Beyond the Witchlight, because I felt like I needed to understand everything to run a whole campaign that was pre-written. I wish I'd just read, this is what happens in the end stage.
Yeah. The last bit.
I think any adventure book, the first page should be, you start here and you end here. Just straight away. That should be the first, and then puts everything else into context, and everything else that happens in the middle, it doesn't have to be that serious.
You were contemplating running that again, though, weren't you?
Yes.
Is that how you would run it? Like,
That's
hey,
how
I know what the end
Yeah,
is. I'm gonna
I know
pretend like I don't know
the general story now, and it doesn't matter if you go off base a little bit, because I'm experienced enough to just bring you back to it or tie it into the main storyline, regardless of what the player decisions are.
And now there's probably a really fucking great bakery system.
Oh, that dead
Oh.
woman's bakery.
I hate you so much. Like, every time I think I couldn't hate you anymore, you open your mouth and then I hate you just a little bit more.
I know, I get it. A lot of people say that to me, so I'm used to that. I'm used to that sort of love. It's fine.
You are the worst. Rude. Okay, well, listen. I'm taking us somewhere else now. Speaking of changing things, bargain bin spells.
You're gonna hate mine.
Boom, boom.
You know what? I'm sure I
Did
will.
you-
It's just
did you look
another
at it?
reason for me to hate you more. No, I didn't look at it. I only filled in mine.
Oh.
So who has their bargain bin spell ready?
Yeah, I'll go first. I love
Great.
it. I was prepared this time. Well, I say prepared.
No.
I did it just before we.
Fucking- I was like, Lee, we've
What-
done your bargain bin spell today. And it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, probably should do that right now.
Yeah,
So-
I changed the find familiar to find family.
Okay.
So first level spell, 1 action, range is 25 miles, and it affects a family member that you know well. You need obviously an item of theirs to use so you can sort of find them. And as long as they're within 25 miles, you'll be able to go locate them. So if Dad's left to go get the milk and not returned, and you've got a pair of his pants upstairs, you can find out where the hell he's gone, who he's sleeping with, and why he left.
Gonna need you to
Wow.
if he left
End
an
up
hour
going to
ago
the-
and it's only 25 miles, he could have gotten a far way away in that period of
I don't know. No. I know them sort of people. They will not put the effort in like that. They'll still live
They'll go
within a
that far.
25
Wow.
because they just
It
can't.
pings
If
at
I'm
your
not
next door neighbor's house. Bing, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding.
I've known people like that as well, mate.
Yeah.
Literally down the road from the kid that just won't even pop in to say hello.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Still getting milk.
Or-
so,
You know, when your kids decide not to come home from school. That's a great
Oh,
one.
Yeah, that. Well, I went a bit darker with it, but yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Mhm.
finding where your kids are and stuff. It's.
Oh my god.
And then
I
you-
might
at least
tie in with my one pretty well then, mate, because my one's
Yeah?
called Ben and Pants,
burning
and it's a
pants.
play on Liar Liar Pants on Fire.
Mhm.
It's a cantrip. Original spell would be Ben and Hands, is where I've bargain bin spelled it. It's a 15-foot range, one creature. You need a little bit of ash in your pocket. It lasts a minute, but it's an illusion spell with a wisdom save. And we know that kids aren't super wise, so they're likely going to fail it. But if you cast it on them and they fail, if the kid is lying, an illusion of their pants start to smoke. So you can. It's essentially it's a zone of truth-ish, but on an
Mhm.
individual and
Yeah.
an illusion that it has a save. So I thought it'd be a cantrip. To stick with my kind of family-friendly spells, I thought
Yeah.
that one was a
That's
pretty
great.
nice play on a old classic saying.
That's amazing. I like it. Joe, are you ready or are you still typing yours?
No, I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. Mine is actually mine might tie in nicely with Lee's as well, to be honest, because mine is receiving. Everyone loves to receive now and then. So there's a spell sending, where you can send a short message of 25 words or fewer to a cute creature you've met, and it has massive range. And it's great. But this spell enables you to receive a short message of 25 words or fewer. The difference being when you cast sending, you cast it and then you say 25 words, and the next 25 words you say are what is going to get sent, and that can cause hilarious results for all around the table. Receiving, similarly, you choose who you want to receive a message from and you cast it. They are completely unaware that you have cast it, and you just receive the next 25 words
It could be anything.
they
Hopefully
say.
they're not having. Yeah. Hopefully it's P.
Just a random
PG.
25 words.
Yeah.
Don't cast it on Lee. It's going to be like boobs, boobs, boobs. Boobs,
Does it
boobs.
count like with the next 25 words that they think as well?
I feel like you could upcast it to include
Read thoughts as well, yeah.
conscious thoughts. It would have to be conscious thoughts, not
It's
subconscious
like
thoughts.
patterns,
We all
like
have that
one-
internal monologue.
One ear is like what they're physically saying out loud, and the other ear is panned to what they're internally thinking. So you have conversations of it.
Oh my god.
I can't even say what I'm doing.
But that reminds me of this service that they have in Sweden, and it's just like a random phone number that you calls a random Swede, and then you can just have a conversation with some random person.
That's
who's
so
from
That's so
cool.
cute.
I do
online.
like that. Yeah, I do like that. That's cool.
But it just reminded me of that. So maybe you could do like phone a friend spell coming up.
Hey,
soon.
I'm lonely.
Maybe.
I just want to talk to you. Tell me what the next 25 words you have to say are. Aww.
It'd be a good way to create content for that kind of spell if you're doing it to NPCs though as well.
That's cute.
Just
I like
phone
it.
a random person, just give me a sentence of 25 words, please, mate.
Yeah.
I chose to alter the aid name of the spell, but actually I'm kind of modifying counter spell for mine. So my new spell is called and so it's a 3rd level spell that's a reaction, and you target a creature casting a spell. And so what they do is they're casting their spell, right? But you go and so you interrupt them in the process of casting a spell, and as the creature is casting the spell, you call for an additional rider effect to happen. So examples of that would be, I'm going to change the damage type. So they're like, I cast fireball or whatever they're doing. You're like, and it's radiant damage instead. Or you say, ooh, instead of it targeting one person, I'm going to double that. Or you're saying, ooh, it's supposed to be an area of effect and it's got 5 people in that. I'm going to have that. Or, yeah, you can do that, but then you fall on your face right afterwards. Not taking any damage, but the spellcaster would then be prone. I put a little caveat in there that the DM has the overall say if they feel the addition rider effect is too overpowered, and then they'll work with you to modify it to something more appropriate. But I thought that could be really fun, and it's just kind of a play on.
Yeah, it's like a yes and.
I like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and because we've been playing a game with the Tall Tom called Blades in the Dark, which we will talk about at a later point in time when we're finished. But it feels very yes and I wanted to kind of move on to that. And so it's like a counter spell, but you can actually use this to help your allies too, right? Like, I'm going to use my reaction on your spell, and I know that you're casting fireball, but all those people are resistant to fire damage or immune to fire damage, but I'm going to alter that so I have the ability to, when you can transmute a spell with sorcery points and stuff like that, you can just kind of tweak whatever they're doing. But so the somatic component is absolutely like, and you just kind of like tilt your head to the side and point your finger like, nah, I got this for you too. And so it's a save.
Do another one called Actually.
Actually,
Actually.
I hate that.
Actually, it does ice
Well,
damage.
Actually.
Actually, it's a triangle, not a circle.
Yeah, I mean, that's even something you could do. If it's an area of effect spell, you can change what that shape is. It's supposed to be a cube. Now it's going to be a cone, whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Get behind that. It's definitely Feywild fuckery, that.
It'd be good. This would be a really good. Once we hit 100, it'd be a really good random roll table for Wild Magic.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
I love it. All right, are you gonna hit us with your monster?
No.
Okay, well, I've got to do last
Yeah.
podcast monster
the last one.
first.
Do you remember what it is, Kristen?
I think I know.
Yeah.
I think I know.
It's got
I
eyes.
think it's got eyes. It's got
Not
eyeballs.
always. Got
It's got
eyeballs.
eyeball.
So last week's one was these fake creatures live in dismal and polluted underwater layers surrounded by marrow and other aquatic monsters. Beauty drives these creatures to fits of anger. When confronted with something beautiful, they might simply attack it or deface it. If something beautiful gives hope, this creature wants it to cause despair. If this inspires courage, it wants it to cause fear. Who doesn't really know what this is going to be? And we'll go with them first.
You know what it is, Joe?
I feel.
I knew you
confident.
were looking at Joe then.
I know.
You're
well,
like cruel, Kristen.
I'm the dum of the group
Joe's
in terms
normally
of
the least
monsters.
confident about it, so
I am. And I am okay with that, but I don't feel like too much of a dum this time. I'm happy to go first because I'm probably the least likely to
Do
get
it.
it right. But
I don't know
no,
about that.
You're only 3 points behind everyone else, Joe.
Well, when I read the description initially, it put me in mind of things like harpies, which is not my answer, but things like harpies. And then I went down rabbit holes, working at what other kind of creatures that are like that, and still thinking that it's a woman, but an underwatery woman. I landed on sea hag.
Okay.
So I was, when I just did our Feywild fuckery one shot, one of the creatures in there was an undine. I think that's how you say that, an undine, right? But I was looking at different kinds of creatures to put there, and because I was not familiar with what that was, and I was like, oh, is there anything else that maybe I'm more familiar with? And then I had also come across a sea hag, and so I'm pretty sure that it is a sea hag.
100%. 100%. It's got to be a sea hag. I threw one at one of my first campaign groups, and it went for Anna's character because she came across as this beautiful, elegant lady and was right in her face. So she just straight up tried to claw her face off because she did not like it. So
Ew, beauty.
yeah, oh, you look good, rah! And just yeah. So
Not anymore, you don't.
And you guys would be correct. It is, in fact, a sea hag.
Yes.
Let me send you guys the art that I drew for Joe to throw in the
Is this
YouTube
the
episode.
Now who's the dum? I'm still
Nobody
the
said you were a dum. Knock it off. Is this only
Uh,
the second time that we've all gotten it right?
Nope,
I
this
feel like
is
we
would
all
be
got
the
Abyssal Chicken,
fourth.
right?
This is the fourth
Yeah, we-
time. So you all got Beholder, you all got Abyssal Chicken, you all got the Aboleth, and you all got the Sea Hag today.
beholder or something.
But let's
A
see if we can get this
beholder.
one. So originally from the elemental plane of fire, these median elemental creatures can be found in the mithril material plane near hot springs and volcanoes. These amphibians need hot water to live, becoming sluggish after spending a week away from a source of moist heat. These creatures therefore delve for sources of heat in the earth, and their layers features networks of channels to circulate hot liquid through the area.
I might have to
You
thank
know,
Zane
don't
for
you?
the. Yeah, I think I might have to thank Zane for this because we were talking about something similar to this the other day. So,
You know all about circulating hot liquid, don't you?
no comment. Can't say anything because I don't want Kristen to shout at me. I think she already hates me enough.
Okay. All right.
Cool. So you got until next episode to think about that.
When we
Love
release this, do we give a little teaser of what you've drawn, Jason?
Just a tip and a quarter.
So you for the episode for the creature that you guys guess in the episode, I'm doing artwork for those creatures.
So, but if anybody wants to look for it, they can find it on your Patreon.
Hashtag JB Media.
No,
Are you
I
putting-
can,
are you putting
I can
them
throw
anywhere?
them on to the Wicked Cool Kids Patreon.
Yeah.
I'll throw the artwork up on there.
I think you should, because even one of the things that I realised recently is with the in-person campaign I'm doing, I love having tokens for using on a VTT, and whenever I'm doing it, I tend to choose yours over the stock images. But the in-person one, I'm obviously not using a VTT, and I tend not to print out tokens because they're a waste of time. But having an image to show my players is fun enough that I have used your images. Like I used a beholder image for something that they fought in the one shot that Benjamin created because he made like something that looked similar to a beholder, and the images that you put together for that were so cool that was what my players got to see, and it's nice to have those little cards to give people some visual representation of what they're fighting.
I made this one purposely phone screen size. So if you find your way over to the
Look at you.
the Patreon, I don't know, the phone's too bright. Then you can download it as a wallpaper for your phone. I guess there'll be
I was just
Apple
gonna say,
both
did you make
versions
that the-
with and without the CHAG in there.
That's so cool.
Want more variations? Want more wallpapers for my phone? Because my phone needs wallpaper. So yeah, keep them coming.
Phone needs wallpaper.
hmm
But yeah, I've got to work on this next one between now and next week, which I do have a top-down token of, but I'm gonna try and make a actual, like front screen splash arty.
I think that was
kind of
that was
stuff.
that was maybe a confirmation that I was thinking in the right direction.
Nice.
It's a red
Yeah. What direction were you thinking?
I'm not telling you until the next time that we talk about this again.
Well, okay, see how it is. If you'd have asked me, I'd have told you straight away. But
No, you wouldn't have.
You're a liar.
You're a dirty liar.
So, one of the things that has come up recently, as far as in my brain space, is that this community is wonderful, but of course, none of this community is our job. Like, we are all here out of fun and just wanting to do nice things together and know nice people.
I think he's breaking up with this guy.
Yeah,
for this.
it's not you. It's not me. It's you.
I know. It always is. It's fine. I got it. I'm gonna put on my brave face. Keep going, Joe.
Okay, I'll keep going. No, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to the community at large. Like, there's a lot of people running games or encouraging content or like trying to get other people online. There's people that are playing games, computer games, video games, and just hanging out in chat rooms so that others can come join them and in a safe space. And I really appreciate all of the members here. As I say, a reminder: no one here gets paid. No one here is like doing this as a job or working. We are all, including the four of us, are here just because we want to be here, and that's really cool. One of the side effects of that, this is why these two things connected together in my brain, this podcast. I love having these conversations. The editing that I do means that I get to pretend to see you guys twice as much as I actually do, because I get to listen to the conversations over again.
That sounds so sad, Joe.
It's great, isn't it? But it has sometimes it is challenging because we all have our own things that we need to do. We've got families and we've got other things that we've got to get done. So the last time one of us couldn't make it for the whole time, we did a thing. Instead of just saying we're not going to record, we decided to record a little gameplay, just a half an hour little mini gameplay session. I had the freaking best time because someone was stressing out a lot, and I found it entertaining. But hopefully we'll do that a bit more in the future and not just drop out. So as long as everyone here is willing, I would love to do some more of those.
Yeah,
smaller
I think
format.
that'd be real cool. Lee
100%.
proposed also the other day, didn't you, Lee, that we go through some of the worst rated games.
Yep.
on
I've already
Steam.
picked one up. The one Kristen recommended.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I gotta get it. Terrible.
So
great.
maybe you can do some entertaining stuff like that. But we do play a lot with other people in the community, and maybe we can just throw on the record button at some point, given permission from the people, and post a little
Absolutely.
bit more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it'd be great to in my humble opinion, it would be great to still put these episodes out as often as we can, but not have enormous gaps when the four of us are busy for any reason. And
Life in it.
and it was great fun. So look out for that episode. It will come. It will have already come out before this one, the gameplay. So it will be something to look back on
So
and
we'll talk
enjoy.
to you about the thing that you already saw, listened to.
Yeah.
That's why it happened.
Smash that dislike button.
Dislike
Smash the
button.
dislike button.
Yeah.
Why? No.
Hey,
Because the more
the-
negatives you get, it turns to positive. and
There's
then you
no
go
such
in it.
thing as bad
No.
publicity, right?
Bad
Yeah.
publicity.
No such
Sure.
thing as bad publicity.
And the great thing is now that we don't see how many people have disliked it, so we're just going to boost the algorithm, and we don't even know that.
Okay, well, I don't like the way that feels, but okay. If it
It's the best. Cool.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I think that just about hits time. So thanks everyone for listening. Thank you guys for joining me, for putting up with me as always. Yeah, if you like gameplays, then keep an eye out. There's one already out. There will be more coming. And of course, if you can't be cool, then be wicked.
Get tangoed.
Get tangled.
Wicked.
Super duper wicked. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oi!
Wherever you found us today, don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content. And if you want to find out more about what we do, how to support us, pick up some merch and find links to our friends like JB Media, visit us at wickedcoolkids.co.uk.
Lucifer in the show Lucifer.
The
Yeah.
fuck, Joe?
He's pretty fit.
What is that mega?
Rice cracker.
Is it a rice cake?
It's a rice cracker, yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. Proper chomping away.
Jason's like, I absolutely fucking hate this. It's pushing me over the edge.
My favorite thing to do with a rice cake is put a thin layer of cream cheese and a sprinkling of everything but the bagel seasoning on top of it.
Fucking
Sorry,
Joe's
I can't hear you
raw
over
dogging
all the crunching.
yeah, fucking
I
straight up
don't
raw
even
dogging.
have any.
Right?
That's, what?
What?